Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jennifer, Lucas, and Sierra tell Marie about the time capsule they opened at the Horton residence. When they go to show her the necklace, they discover that it is gone. Marie explains that if someone had broken in to steal it, they would have noticed, which is why they are perplexed. Lucas speculates that the person who took it might not have had to break in. They remember that Stephen was present when they discovered it. Given that Stephen left town years ago after being involved with stolen jewels, Marie says it wouldn't be shocking if he stole it. Sierra agrees to accompany Lucas when he suggests they locate Stephen. They leave after Jennifer remembers Stephen saying he was going to view Grandma and Grandpa's plaque. Suspicious days with Lucas and Sierra. When Jennifer and Marie sit down, Jennifer hopes Lucas has made a mistake. Marie is unsure and believes that history is being repeated. Jennifer fears that Julie, who believes in her brother, will be devastated upon learning the reality. Stephen addresses his grandparents' plaque in Horton Square, stating that although he has changed, the previous version of himself would have stolen that jewelry. Stephen leans his arm over Tom and Alice's plaque while seated on the square. He looks up. To paraphrase my idol, Dolly Parton, if you don't like the road you are traveling down, find a new one. Leo says, sipping a drink at a nearby table. He says that he used to earn a living as a gossip columnist and apologizes for eavesdropping. When Stephen inquires about his identity, Leo answers. Stephen follows suit and goes out for a drink with Leo. Stephen confirms that he is a Horton, and Julie is his sister, confirming Leo's assumption that he is. Although she doesn't like him, Leo observes that she is a beautiful woman, and she also doesn't like Salem. Leo thinks of Stephen as a new buddy because he is in dire need of some company and finds him to be affable and charming. They raise a glass to new acquaintances after Stephen concurs. Steve and Leo meet on days. Leo inquires as to why he departed and how long it had been since he was in Salem. It's been a while, Stephen explains, and he had to leave Salem after being involved in some dubious activities, such as smuggling drugs out of Julie's antique store. Additionally, he was involved in the fencing of stolen valuables. He is ashamed of the man he was and does not take pride in his past. He maintains that he has moved behind his criminal past. To spice things up, Stephen glances at the drink menu and recommends they try the one Javi ordered the other week. As he passes, Leo recounts his brief and unsuccessful relationship with Javi. Sierra and Lucas appear out of nowhere, and Lucas insists on knowing the whereabouts of the gems. What are you talking about? Asks Stephen. Lucas claims that he is referring to the now missing diamond necklace from the time capsule. That people believe he stole it makes Stephen furious. Lucas explains to Stephen that Aunt Marie told them about his past and that he is currently here with Leo, who attempted to fence Abigail's jewels after stealing it. Is everyone in this town related? Leo claims he doesn't even know this person. Lucas tells Stephen to just acknowledge that he has the necklace and give it to him. Although Stephen maintains that he did not steal the necklace, he is entitled to it more than they are because it belonged to his grandmother. I'm going, says Stephen. Before leaving, he instructs Leo to research his gay son, Spencer Olsen, in case he wants to resume dating. Then Stephen lashes out. Stephen Days is accused by Sierra and Lucas. Leo is asked by Sierra if Stephen mentioned the necklace. Leo claims that he just met the man and that he didn't. He does, however, like him and suggests to Lucas and Sierra that he might not be guilty. He adds that since Sierra is married to a serial killer and Lucas abducted his own wife, they have no right to judge anyone. Belle is taken aback when Sean knocks on the door at John and Marlena's. She extends an invitation to him and tells him that Claire was unable to attend the burial due to illness, so she filled in so he could have family present. Sean is happy she showed up. Sean Days enters via Belle's door. He compliments her for traveling so far, and they sit down. I wanted to be there for him, she says. Sean suggests that they talk about their marriage now that they are together. They both concur that a decision must be made. Belle is aware that he has been struggling with guilt for his father's coma. Sean informs her that his mother did not attend the burial because his father pinched her hand. Belle questions whether Sean can overcome his remorse if he wakes up, and she prays that he does. Sean claims that although they are unsure of his dad's full recovery, he is in treatment to work on his guilt and acknowledges that what happened was a grave error. Sean believes that even if he is able to overcome this remorse, he will no longer be the man she fell in love with. Sean implies that it could be time for them to call it quits on their union. Days after Belle and Sean's divorce. Sean believes he is unworthy of her, but she disputes that. He lists all of the events involving Talia, Jan, and EJ during the previous 12 months and states that it's how he feels. He claims that it has been a while since they were close and trusted one another. If he doesn't think they can get that back, Belle asks. If she does, Sean asks. He feels the same way, and Belle is aware that she still loves him. Sean claims that although Claire will always be a part of their relationship, it might be time to let go. Sean and Belle chat for days. Belle says he should have a lawyer review the divorce papers, but she can draft them and send them over. I will, Sean responds. When Sean makes the decision to leave, she advises him to look after himself first. They kiss, then he leaves. Julie sobs as she stands by Doug's grave in the cemetery, unsure of what she would do without him. She asks the man who appears who he is. My name is Doug Williams, he explains. Julie is shocked to learn that Doug Williams has passed away. The man claims to be aware of this and to have just been released from prison today in order to visit her in Salem, exactly like Doug. You'll then tell me that Bill Horton was your soulmate, Julie continues. He claims that Bill, not Horton, was his name. So you chose to adopt my deceased husband's name? She asks. He reveals that he altered it because his father's name was Douglas Leclerc. Julie opens her mouth wide. Julie stands outside in front of bushes at night, staring blankly. She has a tear hanging beneath her eye. Julie is shocked to learn that he is the son of Douglas Leclerc. He attests to it, as well as the fact that his father eventually adopted the name Charles. Charles recently informed him that his mother, Rebecca North, and his biological father, Doug Williams, had artificially produced him and that Robert was not his father. He is Doug's grandchild, and Julie is aware of the story. She gives him a hug. Doug says he's happy to have met her, but he wishes he could have met his grandfather, who he recently learned about. She inquires about his incarceration. Doug acknowledges that he ran into problems en route to Salem but made it here. She demands that he come back to the house with her, assuming he is exhausted. Julie brings Doug home and presents him to Marie and Jennifer. Although Marie believes Julie is laughing, she informs him that he is Doug's grandchild and Douglas Leclerc's son. Dougie, little. Julia claims Doug returned home to honor his papa, and Jennifer had heard this story. Julie is shocked by the way this day has gone. They discovered the time capsule first, and now Doug's grandson has returned home. Jennifer responds that the capsule has been stored for safety when she tries to show it to Doug. Julie promises to make the guest room ready for Doug. Marie informs Julie that she must be leaving since she has a plane to catch. Julie leaves to tidy up the bedroom after they agree to video chat in order to communicate more effectively. When Doug inquires about this time capsule, they inform him about the necklace that has gone missing and how devastated Julie would be to find out because her mother gave it to her grandma. Marie hopes they recover it before Julie discovers it's gone. In order to avoid missing her flight, Marie chooses to call a cab, but Jennifer demands that she take her to the airport. They leave. Julie catches Stephen as he slips back into the guest room through the window. She inquires as to whether he is unable to enter. He claims that since it was time for him to go, he didn't want to cause a scene. He persists on leaving even though she tells him he can't. But he assures her that he will return and apologizes once more for Doug. Stephen tells her to look after herself because he loves her. She wishes him luck and declares her love for him. Stephen promises to keep in touch and advises her not to accept all she hears about him. He leaves via the window. Julie and Stephen converse for days. Doug returns to the living room and examines the pictures on the mantel, one of which features Alice. Then he reaches into his pocket and takes out the diamond necklace.